It was cold as hell on the roof, but I lost the will to return to class, so I decided to just skip. Remember, kids, do not be a wren. What's splashing you to this Deep FPS 101? Oh, let me do it better. What's splashing you to this Deep FPS 101? Welcome back to Dies Irae. In the last episode, we were told about a murder sequence. And apparently our friend Rhea was involved in it. I highly recommend you guys check it out. All spoilers already said, but still, there'll be a link in the description down below. You know it's also down below this video? A like button. Tackle it. There's also a subscribe button. Click it. And there's a bell next to that subscribe button. Once you click it and it says subscribed, click that too so that you can see my videos. Thank you. Come again. Okay, now returning to this, we're apparently skipping school. It doesn't change from Dies Irae. Yeah. Apparently I had fallen asleep at some point. Wait, I remember this from the anime. I opened my eyes to see. No. I couldn't believe it myself. It was already completely dark out. I was lucky. I didn't get sick. Maybe it was true that they said about idiots not catching colds. I like this. I rose from the bench I had been laying on. I checked the time on my phone. 6:30 p.m. It was terribly late, but seeing how it was winter, it was already pitch black outside in the distance. Well, in the distance, blah, blah, blah. I could still see light in the school office. The idea of being caught by a teacher wasn't appealing. I had enough lectures for one day. Head back to the classroom to pick up my stuff, only to find... You moron. Go and get held back a year. For all I care. Gah! A love note from Kasumi taped on my desk. But she had no reason to be concerned. My grades were better than hers. Since this was a college prep school, they were willing to turn a blind eye to most things as long as you did well on tests. This guy right there. My school was kind of like that, but it was a high school. It was like that. Anyways, that said, the incident with Shiro might not have fallen under most things, but setting that aside, I tore the note off the desk and rolled it up, launched it to the trash can. I totally sunk the free throw. I left the classroom after paying my respects to Kasumi's rancorous missive. Wow, I didn't know rancorous was spelled that way. You learn something new every day. In fact, actually, I recently also saw something on the last episode, which was today as well. I learned what miffed meant, which means to be annoyed. And I'm going to use that more often whenever I'm angry. I'm miffed! Anyways. The school was more than a little creepy at night. No wonder so many people reported ghost sightings during the summer months. I never saw a ghost, but let's see. I wasn't a fan of ghosts myself. If I had to say why, it was because they were immune to physical attacks. Is that a reference to Pokemon? You could try punching them, kicking them, whacking them with a bat, whatever, and it wouldn't do a dang thing. Meanwhile, they were able to mess with us all they wanted. You could hardly call that playing fair. Surely I wasn't the only one who found that a bit unsophisticated. I also find this to be more childish than a reasonable reasoning to why you don't like ghosts. I was walking down the hall, entertaining myself with silly pondering on ghosts. Something outside the window caught my eye. Oh, the Kindle Hall. The lights were on. Miro said that the club activities would probably be suspended, which meant... Take a look! Probably a ghost. Kasumi? I couldn't think of any other explanation. Surely she wasn't trying to develop some new technique to take on the murder on the loose, right? Unfortunately, I couldn't just leave her here. Now that I knew what Himuro had told me earlier was still in my mind too, I guess. Setting aside the issue of whether or not she really needed me escorting her, we took the same path back home anyway. And you guys live together, for God's sakes. I found just the person I was expecting to find in the dojo, but this was a wrong call. I'd come here thinking we'd go through our usual routine, with me giving her a hard time and sidestepping her subsequent scolding. Kasumi, however, was clearly not in the playful mood right now. Dude, she looks serious right now. Holy crap. There's like a word I was gonna say, but I stopped myself. But it starts with A and then the other one starts with F. So you could kind of see the parallel what I was gonna try to say. Anyways, when it came to kendo, she didn't cut corners or make compromises. She handled her bamboo sword with a quiet dignity, with nary a trace of her usual rambunctious demeanor to be found. Staring at her steadfast expression, I found myself starting to understand why the younger girls swooned over her. It felt like it would be wrong somehow to call out to her. So I just leaned against the shoe rack and watched her practice. It wasn't very similar with kendo, but if memory served, that pose was the Saigen Kame, one of the most basic techniques. She sure was diligent. Here was someone who placed in national tournaments, staying late in order to practice their fundamentals. Now I guess that was probably part of why she was so strong. I had been watching her for a few minutes now. She'd probably been practicing for much longer, of course, but her form hadn't wavered a bit. It called to mind the image of a Buddhist priest meditating. Was this what they call clearing one's mind? We're all one with the others. Well, I think I was trying to make light of the mood here, but I shouldn't be doing that. As I watched her, I suddenly wondered if she had some specific reason for going out of her way to maintain a steady presence of mind like this. I mean, that was kind of the idea of martial arts in general, but...
本当に強いやつは何もしなくたって強いんだよ。
What? The strong ones are the guys who are strong without doing a dang thing? No, that's kind of distorted, my dear friend. I recall what Shiro had once said while watching one of Kasumi's matches.
最初から強いやつにはリハも稽古も必要ない。武道は弱いやつが強くなろうとする手段で、だから精神論が幅利かすのさ。礼に始まり、礼に終われって、そういう具合に。元が弱いから力に耐性ないんだろうな。自分を律するのが最優先で、それができなきゃ破綻する。哀れすぎるぜ。まあ仕方ないとは思うけど。
You're a poor jerk.
つまり、霞はそっち系だ。背伸びしてるあたり可愛いけど、生まれつきじゃないから無理してる。誰かさんとは違うのさ。まったく、なんでこんなことになったのかね。うさぎちゃんに夢見せたのはどこのドイツだ？なあ、レンちゃん。
I just remember the grin on his face as he nudged me with his shoulder. In retrospect, maybe I should have decked him right then and there.
お前、責任取ってやれよ。そもそもあんなことやったから。
Oh, give me a break. Where the heck did he get off trying to lecture me about this? Whose fault did he think it was anyway? It ticked me off hearing that sort of thing coming from the mouth of a risk-obsessed psychopath like him. He needed to realize that he was nothing more than an effing dumb butt. Freaking idiot. Let me rephrase that. He needed to realize that he was nothing more than a freaking idiot who liked complicating things for the heck of it. That is why I... You were looking great, Kasumi! Crap. What the heck was I doing? No more than probably 5 minutes.
悪い。ちょっと声かけづらくて。
I had to be out of my mind. Suddenly going on a trip down that particular memory lane. I pulled my fist out of the shoe rack. My gaze wavering. This was beyond embarrassing.
一緒に帰ろうぜ。物騒だろう、一人だと。
どうしたのよ。変だよね。珍しいよ。
But it's logical.
あんたはそんなこと言い出すなんて。
Don't keep your thing in your pants, my dear. I'm just asking to take you home because I'm worried about you.
いや。夜道はおっかないから、お前に守ってもらおうかなと。
Keep you safe! Oh wow, egotistical.
つまり何？あんたは自分が怖いから私にガードしてくれと？あんたが私を守るんじゃなく？
Apparently that's what he's saying.
その通り。
She snapped, as she should have.
この軟弱者が！それでも男が恥を知れ！あと今思い出した。あんた午後の授業サボったでしょ。どこ行ってたの？
屋上で寝てたんだけど。
は？屋上？信じらんない。何こいつ。ああ、呆れた。めまいがするよ。わかった。もういい。ちょっとそこで待ってなさい。着替えてくるから。
Okay. Kasumi stomped off into the changing room, and I could have sworn I heard the earth shake. She poked her head back out.
覗いたら奥義食らわすからね。
Got it. Bam! She slammed the door shut. Well, I guess this had turned out more or less how I originally envisioned it. It seemed Kasumi was back to her usual self, if nothing else. Good. Now I just needed to stop worrying about stuff in my past self.
それじゃあ、お世話になりました。
Let me thank the dojo, locked it, and then headed my way.
お待たせ。どう？何か食べてく？
No, I was sleeping on the roof.
いや、せっかくだから、かすみが何か作ってくれよ。
でもそれだと遅くなるよ。
別にいい。どうも俺、他の料理が口に合わない。
Aww.
そうなの？
そう、昼飯は適当だったし、腹減ってる。慣れないもんは食いたくないよ。だから、かすみの料理がいい。
でも買い置きないし。
面倒か？だったら外食で我慢するけど。
いや、そうじゃなくて、その、なん 照れるね。参ったな。
Don't know how I feel
そう
about
いう
this
風
one.
に言われると下手なもの作れないっていうか。
Kasumi squirmed about for a bit, but soon collected
よ
herself.
し、だったら私頑張っちゃうよ。
What a driven character. Yeah, a very driven character. I still love her.
頼むわ。
Arigato. Thank God she had she was so simple-minded. I would say bubbly or ditzy, not really simple-minded. Unless that's what he's meaning by ditzy. After what I mean by ditzy, maybe. Simple-minded, I guess. Huh. Anyways, afterward, we picked up some groceries at the supermarket and headed home together. Oh, it could have been much later than 7 p.m. Or it couldn't have been much later than 7 p.m. But there was surprisingly a few people still out and about on the streets.
やっぱりみんな怖いんだね。
だろうな。
Yeah, naturally, I mean, you got a guy who's got his head cleaned off by a freaking katana. Logic dictates anyone would be unnerved. It'd be crazy to want to go stroll around the city where there had been a brutal murder the previous day. The smart thing to do would to be staying inside with your doors locked tight. Yeah. Unless you're me, then you're brave the danger. And I'm kidding. No, I would never. Not in this scenario. That's just stupid. And I would not let anyone else go out there. If anyone is going to get hacked, I would literally bring the victim inside, shut the door, and call the police right off the bat. Too, so don't think I wouldn't. I have a paranoia when people knock windows anyway, so don't do that. Think about it this way. Kasumi and I were being pretty careless going out at night like this, even if we were together.
先生もね、犯人が捕まるまでは各自まっすぐ帰りなさいって。
What else would they say?
でもだったらお前、なんで居残りなんかしてたんだよ。
それはなんかもう日課になっちゃってるもんだから、今さらやめるのも半端だし。
Skimp on it now.
それにほら、もしかしたら犯人逮捕とかできるかもしれないし。
Of course.
って何よその顔。もしかしてこいつバカだとか思ってるでしょ。
Well, you are a baka, but it's a cute one and a lovable baka. So I'll give you that one, Kasumi. As a lovable idiot myself, you are a lovable idiot. Was she psychic or
お前
something?
な、そういうことは公僕に任せとけよ。なんで一女子高生が体張らなきゃならないんだよ。
そこはほら、私正義の味方だし。
Good for her.
前から思ってたけど、お前頭悪いよな。
何？ちょっとあんた失礼よ。
とにかく正義感もほどほどにしとけよな。
I don't know what sort of person the murderer was, but it was probably safe to say that he was out of his mind if he was going around decapitating people. The average person would almost certainly struggle to maintain their cool when confronting a psychopath like that.
血まみれの凶器持ってニヤニヤ笑って、多分規制上げながら襲いかかってくるやつ相手に、お前の剣道がちゃんと発揮できるかどうかは微妙だぞ。自信あるのか？
どうだろうね。確かにちょっと怖いかも。
Yeah, you're a little gentle flower who just happens to have some minor thorns. Most people had never had to fight for their lives, so it would be only natural to freeze up when thrust into a situation like that. Only experience or a natural predisposition for this sort of thing could help you there. Well, nice voice crack. Not that being experienced with or possessing a gift for life and death struggles would be a good thing, mind you.
とにかく物騒なこと考えるなよ。また稽古続けるなら俺も一緒に残るから。
やだレ心配してくれてるの
Says the one blushing.
心配だよ。俺一人で帰るのマジ怖いし。
はあ、そうですか。いや、素直で結構だとは思うけどね。でもさ、だいぶ前の調子が戻ってきたね。入院したばっかりの頃はなんだか幽霊みたいになっちゃってたけど。だからね。
Kasumi smiled softly, expression feeling somehow mature.
今度何かあった時はちゃんと私に話してね。また前みたいに知らないところで無茶しちゃダメだよ。約束。
Do that, promise. Still got her pinky. Aw, pinky promise.
ほら。
Okay, yeah, do it.
お前俺の母さんじゃない
What are
ん
you,
だ
my
から
mother?
さ。
Oh, I don't acknowledge her not slapping you now.
そんなようなものじゃない。私に守ってほしいんでしょ。ね。
I wondered if it would be better to just go along with her.
弁償するよ。
よろしい。
Good. Grabbed my arm and forcefully intertwined our pinkies. Never thought I'd be engaging in a pinky swear at this age. Huh. Next time something happens, be sure you tell me about it. I don't want more stuff that I felt uncomfortable talking about to happen myself. I was more than over that sort of thing. Unfortunately, I always seem to have bad luck keeping these sorts of promises. So this pinky swear instead seemed ominous to me, like it was a portent of some misfortune to come. I couldn't shake that feeling for the rest of the night. After eating dinner, I headed straight to bed. And as soon as I fell asleep, it began, the crimson dream of the guillotine. Okay, before that ever happens though, I'm going to... Wait, no, I won't need to. Yay! Okay. Indeed, that night was red. A beast lurked in the city. Most beasts were the nocturnal nature, so it was only natural that the hunting of this one took place during the night, and thus the night was stained crimson. The fountains of blood, with dripping pieces of meat, with shattered bones, the fading embers of life. Thus the beast satisfied its hunger, slaked its thirst, in an endless cycle of limitless gluttony. It continued devouring its prey. However, there were also those that hunted such beasts, or perhaps it'd be more accurate to describe that kind of phenomenon as mutual predation. The beast, in the form of a young woman, spoke, a grim expression on her face. She was one of the hunters. She was fundamentally no different from her prey. Indeed, they were one and the same. They both became beasts through the same obscene method and took the hunt for the same reason. Two beasts of the same forest. If there was a difference to be found between them, it was her youth. But in case youth did not equate to experience, she had killed far more than the older beast before her. Thus, she had no intention of pursuing her prey at the current time. For now, she would simply step back and observe the situation, waiting for her prey to build experience and mature. She yearned for the day her prey's fangs would grow sharp enough that she could no longer manage them. Let it be said that she was not overestimating her own strength. This was her earnest desire. The hunt would be but a mere farce if her prey was feeble enough to fall to her alone. After all, every one of the hunters was a monster, forged in the flames of hell. Her prey needed to be strong enough to hold its ground against all of them together. Wow.
難しそうな話だけ
The words earlier did not speak of her prey's arrival. Her comrades, the hunters, had arrived instead, and thus she understood the odds of the prey managing to reach their level were so low that they might as well have been zero. Everywhere. There was no one to be seen in the area. Her comrades hadn't made their presence known through sight or sound. She could feel them there. Even if one is asleep, he or she is likely to awaken, and several people enter the room simply from sensing their presence. This was a similar phenomenon. The room that was Sawara's city suddenly felt very cramped. And it's gonna stay cramped. No, it won't. Never mind. If we posited that the density of a normal person's existence was a 1, then the density of 2 who had arrived was more than 1,000. Dang. There could be no doubt that these monsters have devoured more than 1,000 human souls. They were man-eaters far beyond the level of any mere serial killer. They would no longer be called human in the sense of the word. But this was perhaps to be expected. It meant only that they had come prepared. They had made effective use of the past 60 years. She had no trouble telling exactly who had arrived. Who could forget such tainted, such utterly abominable souls?
まったく
People, the words, these two are the absolute worst, could pass her lips. The girl remembered that the descriptor, the absolute worst, applied to all of them just the same, and held her tongue.
ともあれようこそシャンバラへ
ようこそ。お待ちしていましたよ、お二人とも。
A man garbed in a priest's cassock offered his
本当にお久
greetings.
しぶりです。米中尉にマレウス准尉。月並みですが、相変わらずのようですね。
His voice was calm, even comforting. In contrast, the two beings receiving his greeting emitted a presence that could only be likened to a natural disaster. The 6th stench of blood hung in the air. The pungent aroma of gunfire filled the area. The entire world around them reeked with a rotten stench of murder. Doot, doot, doot. I'm sorry, I was trying to do like something like from Rob Dyke, but you know, these were the odors of madness. These were the odors of calamity. These were the odors of demons. The beings gathered atop this bridge were without exception utterly removed from the constraints of normalcy. One of the two guests, a young man, sneered at the priest's words.
相変わらずってことは昔のまま進歩ねえって言いたいのかよクリスト。言葉選ばねえと死ぬぞてめえ。
The man's language could hardly be called refined, but he spoke with a grin. The priest returned his triumphant smile. The man's skin was fair, too fair, to the point of being inhumanly pale, as if it had been cut. However, he did not give off the aura of weakness or sickliness. Far from it. He possessed a certain limber pose, almost reminiscent of a python or other great serpent. Like a leviathan? In contrast.
ごきげんよう神父様。あなたは本当に変わってないわね。少し怠けすぎなんじゃないかしら。
The sweet voice that resonated next to belonged to a young woman who otherwise was a lolly. Every bit as charming as her voice. She looked completely unfit to this sinister place. And in that sense, she would have been said to give off the strongest impression of any of the creatures gathered atop the bridge. She served an excellent example of the old adage that every rose had its thorn.
私はしばらく陰性していたのでしてね。まあ怠けているのは今に始まったことでもなし、一応それなりの理由もありますが、説明
いらねえよ。知った仲だ。堅苦しいのはやめようぜ。俺が知りたいのは一つだけだ。今チャンバラには誰と誰が入ってる？
レオンハルト、増年金庫、バビロンにトバルカイン、そしてあなたたちの計6名ですよ、米中。私はあと 4,5 日の間ここを動けないものでしてね。
なぜ？
年寄りが出しゃばるなと怒られたのですよ。
Sorry. The man's pale visage twisted in confusion. The girl, on the other hand, seemed to understand what the priest had meant.
クリストフ、あなたさっきレオンハルトって言ったわね。それはバルキュリアの抜け番かしら。
ええ、あなた方も面識はあるでしょう。あのお嬢さん、どうしてなかなか大したものになりましたよ。
へえ。
Two of them broke off into broad smirks. Fascinating. That's fascinating. A force to be reckoned with. And by all means. The priest, perhaps sensing the building uneasy atmosphere, continued with an authoritative
分か
tone.
っているとは思いますが、今黒煙国に空きを作るわけにはいきません。それでは11年前の繰り返しです。
Now, I might want to end this video. I will see what happened 11 years ago prior to this and the next episode, guys. So thank you guys for watching. This is the Focus 101 and I'm bouncing out. Bye. Yeah, bye. 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 Please make sure to leave a like. Subscribe. I'll see you.